Hey y'all, what's up, my peeps? Welcome back to a brand new episode of Get Since 92, giving you guys the latest and exclusive content on new music, entertainment news, and inspirational quotes by me. The Queen's back. Alright, so I am so excited that I got the chance to listen to Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis's debut album, their project. It's called Jam and Lewis Volume 1. I will do my honest review, and I will give my honest opinions and my favorite standout track, and talk about overall how I feel about this album. So let's get it popping. So number one is Till I Found You by Jam and Lewis, and The Sounds of Blackness. Number 2, Spinning featuring Mary J. Blige. Number 3, The Next Best Day featuring Boyz II Men. Number 4, Somewhat Loved. There You Go Breaking My Heart featuring Mariah Carey. Number 5, He Don't Know Nothing About It by Jam and Lewis and Babyface. Number 6, Happily Unhappy featuring Toni Braxton. Number 7, Maybe I've Changed or Did You featuring Heather Hadley. Number 8, Do What I Do featuring Charlie Wilson. Number 9, Do It Yourself by Jam and Lewis and Usher. And number 10, Baby Love featuring Morris Day, Jerome, and The Roots. My favorite standout tracks are Spinning featuring Mary J. Blige, The Next Best Day featuring Boyz II Men, Someone Love, the There You Go Breaking My Heart featuring Mariah Carey, He Don't Know Nothing About It by Jam and Lewis and Babyface, Happily Unhappy featuring Toni Braxton, Do What I Do featuring Charlie Wilson, Do It Yourself by Jam and Lewis and Usher, and Baby Love featuring Morris Day, Jerome, and The Roots. This album is really good, and it's a blessing. Music producers, songwriters, musicians, such as Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis, they pretty much are the blueprint, and they set the foundation of artistry. And they have worked with plenty of talented artists and musicians during their generation, and for them to still keep doing their thing, music, and still, have that longevity, and set trends. This is why I know with this album, I love that they still, have that old school sound, because most of their fans, they grew up listening to that kind of music. I grew up listening to that kind of music. Some of the records have like that, I would say 80s R&B, soul, pop nostalgia with that soul, rhythm, and blues. And I like that there are so many different layers and harmonies in the production, and some of their music has really transcended from generation to generation. Also, I love like the R&B 90s groove tunes, like that R&B sound, traditional R&B, but it does have like a modern day up to date to it. Also, I love that we got like that New Jack Swing sound of like the 80s and the R&B pop sound that goes to it. So it's like the collaborations that they had people on this project, they really did a great job of like picking the collaborations that really have that chemistry and that authenticity, because most of these artists that I listen to, those are artists that I grew up with. Those are my faves. Those are my favorite artists that I grew up with, like Mariah Carey, Usher, Morris Day, Jerome, and Usher. Man, I don't care what nobody says. This is gonna be later on in the future. Usher slayed and snatched me with this Do It Yourself, and it has like that enigma and that R&B, electronica, pop, alternative sound, techno kind of sound. And this is why, when it comes to musicians and these producers that really have that really versatility in their music, no matter what genres of sound. And it's like Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis did a great job of making sure that you know, they also redefine different elements in their production. The production has so many different layers of the harmonies, the rhythms. You know, you got the smooth tunes, you got the silkiness, the smooth jams, the slow cuts, and that's why, you know, I'm so excited because for music, it's been a while since we've heard like that real authenticity. But in most of these tracks, you know, they're pretty much, you know, from start to finish cohesive. And also, I love Toni Braxton because I'm a huge fan of Toni Braxton. Toni Braxton, she slayed and she snatched with this Happily Unhappy with her tone, her singing, and you know, I love Toni Braxton's voice because she got like that raspy, buttery, smooth, and you know, it's very, like I said, how she sings on her records, she still got like that really mystiqueness to her. So Toni Braxton slayed. Heather Hadley, she slayed. She really gave more like that soulfulness and more like that vibe of like, you know, rhythm and blues. And then Morris Day and Jerome, you know what, it took me back down memory lane because I grew up with Morris Day and Jerome. Man, I remember listening to them all the time, but they did their thing. You know, Morris Day, he slayed as always. Jerome slayed as always. Let's see. Mariah Carey. Mariah Carey, I'm a Team Land Billy for life, period. Mariah Carey, she snatched with Somewhat Love, you know, There You Go, Breaking My Heart, of course. So yeah, and Boyz II Men. Boyz II Men, they're pretty much one of the iconic and legendary R&B boy bands. You know, they deserve their flowers because I grew up with them. I love that they still have their harmonies and their vocals together. You know, they bring like that R&B, you know, slow jam, traditional R&B, and you know, music. It's really, really, really dope. They slayed. Sounds of Blackness with that gospel, I freaking loved it. I was like, yo, they're taking me to church. I love it. So everything from the concept, the delivery sonically of Jam and Lewis Volume 1, they did a great job of bringing the music to life, collaborating with these amazing talented artists because, like I said, when it comes to music, I know my stuff. So with that being said, you know, this is a great project. They did their thing. I'm going to give it a 5 out of 5, of course. So, Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis fans, please share your thoughts and your opinions down below. Stay tuned next episode of Gifted Since 92. Like, share, comment, subscribe down below. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification button. As always, stay tuned on the next episode of Gifted Since 92. Dragon Ball Z narrated reference. Peace. Bye-bye. Your girls asking out. This Super Saiyan is out.